In this debate for Daniel Dubois versus Usyk, you can see that the referee, at the moment where Daniel Dubois does the punch, the referee is behind Daniel Dubois. So there's no way he could have seen if it was a low blow or a legal punch. Look at where the referee is, and look at where Daniel Dubois is, and how Usyk is falling down. There is no way he could have seen the punch. Now guys, you can see Daniel Dubois' punch is on the belt line, not below the line. But yet it was considered a low blow by a lot of people, including the referee. But you can see the punch is on the belt line, not in the groin. He didn't punch him in the balls or anything like that. He punched him on the belt line. Now guys, I invite you to read this book. It's about the authorities that creates the rules for boxing. And there was a hearing, congressional hearing, on the rules of boxing in America in 1986 and 85. Two of them, one in Washington, D.C., and another one in Las Vegas, Nevada. This book is available for free on Google Book. You can download it like I did. And we're going to prove Daniel Dubois' punch was legal, and also that the referee should have counted the 10 seconds. We'll see. We'll look at it in the book, okay? This is the book, the title of the book, and again, it's available on Google Book, and you could download it for free. And it is in this book, on page 145, that these the rules of and regulation, and it talks about low blows and things of that nature. And it specifically says that if a boxer is distributed a low blow, and if he falls in the ring on the floor, the referee is supposed to give a 10-second count. And if the boxer does not get up or refuse to continue, or he can't get up and continue the fight, he is supposed to be the loser, and the winner would be the one that gave the low blow. In the case of Usyk, Daniel Dubois, when he gave the punch that was considered a low blow, he was not given a 10-second count like he should. The referee did not give a 10-second count, and we're going to see what the regulation says. You can take a moment and read it for yourself. It specifically says that if the contestant falls from a claim of a low blow and he refuses to continue, he will be disqualified, and he will be the loser. The referee is to give a 10-second count. Anyone falls, hit the canvas, the referee is supposed to count. And that's where, in the fight with Usyk, the referee did not count. He said it was a low blow, and then he didn't count. So he didn't do his job. So he helped Usyk win. That's the point I'm trying to make. If the referee is supposed to count, like the law says, the regulation in boxing says that, he didn't count, that means Usyk won by disqualification. He's not supposed to win. He's not supposed to win this fight or continue this fight, because more than 10 seconds passed. Usyk was on the floor in pain, and there was no count. So technically speaking, he was TKO'd by Daniel Dubois. Look at and read it again. Read it 5-6 times, and you will see it says anyone hitting the floor needs to be counted for 10 seconds. And if the guy doesn't get up by 10 seconds, he lost the fight. So Usyk lost the fight. Now there are some people claiming that it was a bladder shot, that he was punched on the bladder. But when you see the image where the male bladder is nowhere close to the belt line. So that notion that it was a bladder shot is false. Now let's look at the definition of a low blow. Some people say even if it is on the belt line is a low blow. But let's check if that's true, okay? So we have this book here. As you can see, it's a book on boxing rules and regulation. And it says that if it's below the belt, all the fouls are listed. And it says if it's hitting below the belt is a foul. It doesn't say hitting on the belt line is a foul. Below the belt is a foul. But hitting someone on the belt line is not a foul. To those of you who doesn't know what an act is a law. When someone passes an act, for example, in business you have the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, that's a law. That's a law that's passed by the government. So when you look at the book that I mentioned earlier when I started the video, it says on top, at the heading, it says Boxing Act. So this is a law. The referee doesn't make the law. The judges don't make the law. The boxing has a governing body that actually passes these laws. That's where we should go and define what a low blow is. The referee must count when someone falls on the ground during a fight. If he cannot continue or he didn't get up past the 10-second count, he's the loser. And that's what the Boxing Act says. These are the facts. To those of you who still argue that Daniel Dubois punched, it was a low blow, that you're arguing that it was a low blow. Well, in this book by Floyd Patterson, you can see in the glossary what a low blow is, and it specifically says below the belt, not on the belt line but below the belt. It's very clear. Facts are facts. We can't deny them. You can love Usyk, that's fine, but the fact is he punched on the belt line, not below the belt, which means that it wasn't a low blow. So a lot of people on the media are saying, oh, it was a low blow, we should ask referees, coaches, but there are rules and regulations passed by the authority for Safety in Boxing Act. All these books written on regulation. Some people know how to box, but they don't know the rules and the laws behind them. So these are the rules, these are the facts. You may not like it, but those are the facts. And the facts show that Usyk lost.